Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for a big night here. Senior night. Lynn English, Link Glasgow, Greater Boston League Boys Soccer. So senior night, we apologize. They went very quickly announcing the seniors, and we did get a chance to get it on camera. We were changing up crews, and they caught us by surprise. This is a little bit different. Classical is wearing white, not green and gold. English is maroon and gray. Classical's had a tough year. They've lost some very tough games. They got 3 wins and 4 ties, but they've been in almost every game. And they lost some very tough games, and they play a good schedule with the Greater Boston League. English coach Valdrum Hamajli has done an outstanding job. People wrote English off early in the season. They finally got it going, and they're going to go to the tournament. They're 8-5-3. They've had a great run. And this, of course, is a big one. Intercity rivalry as bodies go down. And it was an inadvertent trip, Classical taking English down. Santos Alvarez in net for Lynn Classical. Alejandro Zayas for Lynn English. I mentioned the coach for Lynn English. Eric Moreno, as usual, does a very nice job. He's got his kids playing hard. They play well. And they compete very well. So this is always the big one. As I mentioned each and every time, this is like Thanksgiving in October. Thanksgiving rivals. '22, Angel Labor Monterosa. Talked to him before the game, before the girls' game. He said to me, "You can call me the little one." He is extremely quick. He was trying to knock it deep. Big save. And the ball is loose. They couldn't get a foot on it. Alvarez was way out of the net. It was wide open, the ball bouncing around, and English just couldn't get a foot on it. Alvarez went out to try and pick it off. He couldn't get there. It was loose. Nobody could get a foot on it. Bacardi looked like he was lining up a shot, and he couldn't get anything on it, couldn't get near it. It bounced out in front, bodies out in front. It deflected away a couple of times. And Classical was finally able to clear it. broken up, taken away by English. Get it to the middle. Licardi tips it to the net. Alvarez will come out, play it on a couple of hops. Defense did a nice job keeping English away. Just boots it away. I'll mention all those seniors when I have an opportunity. Not many for English. They only have 5. Classical trying to center it, and it went off of Classical's head out of play. English will get to kick it away as both teams make substitutions. A nice night here. Nice crowd. Very nice crowd. Rich Avery and his crew probably wish they charged admission. Tonight they could have made a few dollars. Football is the only one they charge for until tournament time comes. Zayas will look to kick it away. Pascal tips it back. English takes it away. Pascal breaks it up. Both teams trying to get something started. They finally knock it deep. English is there to pick it off and knock it back the other way. Pascal takes it away nicely. And English takes it right back. Sliding, they get a piece, deflected it back. Pass picked off. Looking for the shot. That was the little one. Angel, Labor, Monterosa, only a freshman. He read that nicely, stepped in front, picked it off, got a good shot. Zayas able to make the save. First legitimate effort by either team. They give it back to Alvarez. English takes it away. Classical takes it back. Classical finally knocks it downfield. English is there to take it away. They knock it by. English had to track it down before it went out. McCarty winds up with it. His pass is deflected away, picked off by Classical. English takes it away. McCarty knocking it long and deep. Woodson Pierre got a foot on it, knocked it down, but couldn't control it. It stays in the Classical end. And now Classical takes it away. Down the far side, English knocks it out. English again knocks it out. Trying to knock it deep. So back and forth we go. Both teams getting it in each other's end. But with the exception of that one pick-off of a pass by Monterosa with the shot on net, the goalies have been kind of quiet. Alvarez boots it high, deep, past midfield, off the head of Alfredo Lopez. They knock it deep. Chacon can't get there. Darwin Flores got there first. Chacon trying to get around, and it was Flores knocking it out. And Glasgow's going to get a corner kick. First one of the game coming from the near side. Line drive went off a couple of bodies. I think the last one was Flores. And we'll do it again from the near side. Line shot right into the midsection of Zayas, the goaltender. Good solid shot by De Leon Angel. English lets it go out into their bench area, and they'll get the throw in. Oscar trying to knock, English trying to knock it deep. We're going to get called for a knockdown. The little one, Monterosa, collided with, I should say, the big one, Woodson Pierre. I'm calling the little one Monterosa. He asked me, you didn't call me the little one. He was here watching the girls' game before getting ready to play in his game. Chacon just got a foot on that long shot drive by Alan Malara. And English will get to kick it away. I think it's Flores. Gets it deep. English collects. It bounced right by Pierre Aden, looking to go get it. And now Robles bangs it out off Pierre. Pierre squeezes through a couple of defenders, keeps it alive. English with it. Glasgow back checking, takes it away. Nice job. Glasgow knocks it out. Glasgow right in front of the English bench will throw it in play. Pop straight up in the air. Knocked down by English and knocked out by English. Hopped up again. McCarty gets a foot on it, kicks it upfield, headed away. And I think that was Rosales heading it away. English flying down the near side. Bodies go down. That was Alfredo Lopez with the rush. He went down, the ball went out of play. And Liccardi will take the corner kick. First one for the Bulldogs. Skips past everybody. Glasgow gets there, gets a foot on it, and kicks it out. I'm not sure what the pause is for now. Something wrong with the Glasgow player. If there's any sign of blood or anything wrong with one of the flesh, as now the scoreboard goes out, and it flashes back on. So any sign of any problems, the official will stop it and send the player to the sideline, and I'm assuming that's what happened. And you get the throw in down deep. Liccardi trying to knock it to the net because headed away. I think that was Rosales again with a nice defensive play. They tried to get it upfield. They threw it behind. They threw it behind Monterosa. Monterosa battling again. Maybe the smallest guy in the field, but boy, he doesn't take anything from it. He battles right along with everybody. They knock it deep. Chacon can't get there. Eddie Romero got there first and knocked it away. Now it goes out. I think they're calling it off Glasgow. And Flores will kick it away. High and deep past midfield. Glasgow knocks it back the other way. Glasgow again gets a piece and knocks it away. And I think they're calling it off the hand or the arm. Leone Angel had to go high in the air to kick that. It went off his hand or arm. And Liccardi will get the free kick. Line drives it deep. Glasgow heads it away. And it's Rosales again. That pass goes deep goes by everybody. Alvarez picks it off and kicks it high and deep all the way back to the English end. From long range, they try to throw it to the net, blocked and knocked away by Lopez. Chacon tried to get a head on it. He knocked it by, but Flores was there to knock it away. And then Classical knocks it out. Halfway through and counting this first scoreless half, as I like to call it, Thanksgiving in October, whenever English and Classical get together. Tipped around. Guzman had it. Robles winds up with it. They try to go to the near side to Monterosa, and they kicked it out of play. And Lopez will put it in play. And it's knocked out by Guzman. Lacardi with it. Still with it. Still with it. Looking to walk in. Finally got knocked away. I think Rosales again with the defensive play. He comes up. Trying to run off. Looked like he banged his ankle, foot. Trying to walk it off, run it off. Favoring that left foot a little bit. Classical will get another corner kick from the near side. And they kicked this way deep. Classical got a head on it. And it got knocked away by Romero. Robles with it. With a rush. Pushing it up. Robles knocks it out. Another quick rush by Alfredo Lopez. Everybody trying to get a foot on it. Pops up. Chacon pushes it ahead. He can fly all by himself. Flores gets there, cuts him off and knocks it out. And Classical will get another corner kick. Edison Chacon. Speed to burn. They give it to Chacon. Looking to get around. He tried to hook it, and it just stayed out to the right and went out of play. He was trying to start it to the right, hook it back in, and it just stayed wide right and went way out of play. And with just over 16 minutes left in the scoreless first half, we got a timeout down in the field. They come out of the timeout still scoreless. Very quickly, I'll try to run over the seniors, and I apologize again. They started very quickly. We were changing crews and doing things up in the press box, and all of a sudden they were in the middle of everything. So when we didn't get Classical quickly, it wouldn't have been fair to do English, so we just waited till the game started. Darwin Flores, Ahmad, Abdelrahman, Eddie Romero, Alfredo Lopez, and Sammy Vasquez are the 5 seniors for Lynn English. For Classical, Santos Alvarez, Jeremiah Vargas, Abby De Leon Angel, Pablo Lopez Mejia, Chris Galvez, Roland Temdia, congratulations to all those seniors finishing up a very good career. Outstanding young men. And I mentioned in the girls' game the same thing. The vast, very vast, overwhelming vast members, all the outstanding young men, young women in the city are just that, outstanding. The few that are not are the ones you read about. But these young guys, young women, all these athletes represent themselves, their families, their schools, their city. They do a terrific job. And they volunteer. They do a lot. All the schools, they have food drives and they have clothing drives. And if somebody has a problem, like a fire in the house or any kind of problems, they go to bat for those people. They act as interpreters for teachers who are trying to explain to parents how the kids are doing in school. Parents may not speak fluent English. They work at my brother's table. They help George Marcos' Thanksgiving dinner, breakfast. There's so many things that these young people do that you don't hear about. They help some of their fellow students do well in class, as that was missed. They threw it right out in front. It was going by, and I think it was Chacon who was trying to get a foot on it and redirect it, and he just couldn't get a foot on it. He wound up swinging and missing. And actually, it wasn't Chacon. It was Alexander Chavez Chun. So they're terrific young people. I have been blessed over, it seems now like 400 years. I get to watch, talk about, and make friends with all these terrific young men, young women, not to mention the great young men, young women who do an outstanding job filming the games. A lot goes in to these winding up on television. The gentlemen that work back at the studio, Mike and Ed, Paul, Phil, all do a terrific job. But the real stars, you see me, you hear me, but the real stars of LETV are the camera people. They do an outstanding job filming these games. There's a lot of them who do football and hockey and soccer and baseball and softball. Some of them have never seen a hockey game or a soccer game before they start filming. And they just do a terrific job. So again, so many outstanding young men and women. And the overwhelming majority of those young men and women in this city just are outstanding. They really are a credit to their families themselves, and they represent the city extremely well. Oscar trying to keep it in. That was Jose Corral, but he was standing out of bounds when he kicked it. And here's Flores kicking it deep. Ricardi get a piece of it. Glasgow gets it back, deflected away. They knock it deep, and they give it back to Alvarez, who kicks it high and deep past midfield. Headed away. Glasgow trying to knock it deep. Misfired on the pass. And get knocked out by Corral. And I don't know if it hit somebody in the hand or the foot. There wasn't any contact, so somebody must have got a hand or a foot or a leg or an arm. McCarty will take the free kick. He drills it. Glasgow got a head on it. It was going out of bounds, but they saved it. And then Glasgow knocked it out. Just in front of the English bench to throw in. Put it away again. Chacon trying to walk in. Still with it. Finally broken up by Flores. Good effort by Chacon. He had one more to beat, but couldn't get past Flores. Trying to center it was Henry Adeko. Picked off. Glasgow knocks it deep. English knocks it back. Robles will track it down and give it to Rosales. He boots it upfield. It winds up with Chacon. Knocking it deep. Corral can't get there before Flores does. Flores knocks it out of play. Robles will put it in play. Malara blocked and knocked out by Adeko. Robles puts it back in play again. Headed. Leon Angel headed it. Adeko knocks it deep the other way. Glasgow will give it back to Alvarez. And that's about the only way that Alvarez has touched the ball. English hasn't really had a shot on net. Now they do. It's loose. And English knocks it home. Are they not giving it to him? Alvarez pointed the official pointed yes. I don't think they're giving it to him. They're calling English offside. It was a line drive shot. Alvarez made the save. I believe it was Woodson Pierre who was right there to knock it home. And it looked like English on their first crack was going to knock it in. And they called English offside. So Glasgow got a huge break there. Alvarez had a dive to make the save, left the rebound. He was way out of position, couldn't get the ball, couldn't block the net. And Pierre knocked it home, but they called him offside. Glasgow saved it from going out, but they saved it right to English. And English takes it right back to the Glasgow end. They knock it deep, headed away. Rosales again. He has had a very nice defensive half. I'm not sure what the whistle is for, what the stoppage is for. English throws it in. Classical is letting it go out of play. We're just over 5 minutes left in this scoreless first half. We're going to have another timeout. So back from the sidelines they come. Alvarez will kick it away. Bounces by everybody. Corral got a piece of it. Knocked it deep. Flores stepped in front of Chacon, didn't let him get it. Malara knocked it away. Classical knocks it deep. And Classical got knocked down right in front of the official, no call. English with a rush. They knock it deep. Alvarez will come out and play it. Still no score in this one. We haven't had a lot of big-time plays. Alvarez made one great save, and it looked like English got on the board off the rebound, but they called English offside. And Monterosa made a nice read. I think that was Liccardi that blocked the shot by Chun. They found Chun out in front. Chacon couldn't get his head on it. And Zayas will chase the ball down and throw it upfield. They found Chun out in front with the pass. He drilled it, but Liccardi was there. It never got to the net. Monterosa earlier read it nicely, picked off the pass, got the good shot. Zayas was able to make the save, and that's the only one that Classical has. English had that one shot. Alvarez made a very nice save on. Other than that, it's been just back and forth. Knocked out by Chun. Lopez will put it in play. As English makes the substitution, so it won't be Lopez put it in play. Liccardi will put it in play. Knocked out by Classical. Pierre puts it in play. Classical picks off the pass. Roblay's pass is blocked and knocked out by Pierre. Classical knocking it deep down the far side. English picks it off. They get it to Liccardi in the middle. They just, little touch pass, just made it across. English gets it back to Liccardi. Knocking it deep. Headed away by Rosales. Final 2 minutes and counting as we get a takedown. Pierre was racing, and he reached for the ball, and all he got was Jose Corral's ankle or foot and took him down. And Millar will take the kick from just outside midfield as we're winding down this first half. Puts it long and deep. Zayas come out, got a piece of Classical as well as a piece of the ball, and then a big time block. They were lining up a shot, and Jamal David blocked it. That long blast by Malara. Zayas tried to go up and get it, got a piece, dropped it. It was down, and just as they were lining up the shot, David blocked it, and then it went out of bounds. And English boots it away. Classical takes it away, and now Classical gets taken down. And he didn't call it. I'm not sure what they called. Corral went down, colliding with David, and they're going to give English the kick. David was still on his feet. Corral was the one that went down. English headed it, but the wrong way. Can't be a lot of time left here. McCarty picked it off. Classical takes it away. Bodies go down. And they call it on Liccardi. Glasgow's going to get the kick. Could have called it probably on either player. Right from midfield. Malara, he can certainly reach the net from here. Kicks it long and deep. Zayas went up and out-rebounded Classical. I think that was Chacon that was going for the ball. Zayas just took it away, and they blow the whistle, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So we started dead even. We end dead even in this intercity senior night rivalry. Lynn Classical, nothing. Lynn English, nothing at halftime. Welcome back as we're underway to see if we can dissolve this 0-0 game in this intercity senior night rivalry. That was going to go through. Classical reached up, tried to get a piece of it, got a piece of it, and knocked it out. And English is going to get a corner kick. There haven't been any, I think, one shot apiece on net. What was a big time save by Alvarez. That was a shot by Monterosa that was in the middle of the net, but Zayas got a good look at it and was able to make the save. Classical pushing it up. Pushing it by, and a little hip check. Liccardi gave a little hip check to Corral and took him down. Classical couldn't get a piece of it. Liccardi kicked it out of upfield, and now Classical kicks it out of play. Senior night, English Classical, and I said it before, I'll say it again, Thanksgiving in October when these teams get together. It's always a barn burner, whatever the sport. And I keep mentioning all the time, these are the games you remember. You know, over the years from now, these young guys, they've play other sports against each other. They may play soccer during the summer with or against each other. They may be friends. They may even be neighbors, because it used to be you had to be Eastland and Westland. Now that's gone by the boards. So years from now, when you may come to an English classical football game or soccer game or basketball game, and the first thing you say is, remember 2024 when we beat you. Remember the football game when we beat you. And that's why, my way of thinking, Super Bowls are great. You make the Super Bowl, it's a great piece for you and your school, and great experience. But I still think Thanksgiving is much more important than the Super Bowl. We've had teams going to the Super Bowl who sat their players. We had one instance where two teams were going to the Super Bowl. They were Thanksgiving rivals. They canceled the game because they were going to the Super Bowl. If I was a parent, I would have been really upset. Because again, 20 years from now, nobody's going to remember who played in the Super Bowl in 2024. But again, people are going to remember whether English beat classical or classical beat English, especially if you played in the games. They're going to kick it out of play. Alvarez will kick it away, and he kicked it over to the near side. Corral knocked it to the middle. Corral gets it back. His pass picked off. Still with it, trying to knock it deep. He knocks it deep. And it's a foot race. Alvarez gets out there first. Pops straight up. Blocked nicely by the defense. And English knocked the classical player down. Alvarez just got there ahead of English, and then it was there, and I think it was Lopez who lined it up and drilled it, and Classical's defense made the save. It was either Rosales or Robles. And Jacone trying to get going, lost it out of bounds. He's a going concern. He just works up and down, trying to get loose, trying to get a shot. Pass kind of deflected away. They almost gave that away. Now they give it away. Monterosa had it, still has it. Medina. Pass picked off. They pop it up deep. Getting back, Vargas. And there's Vargas again. He knocked it up, but he knocked it too far. Went out of play. Zepeda will put it in play. He threw it deep. There was nobody there. And then Vargas kicks it out of play. Quickly in play, Coelho. David gets it to the middle to Liccardi. Gets it upfield, loose. English trying to get a foot, trying to get loose. They pop it to the net. They couldn't get a lot on it. Just a little like a pop fly to the net. And they were almost right on top of Alvarez by the time the pass was there. And all they could do was just try to tip it, and they couldn't get it by. I think that was Pierre trying to knock it by. Liccardi trying to get around. Centers it. David. Rosales took it away. And then Rosales got taken down. And Glass was playing the ball, and Rosales is still down in the field. And they're finally going to come out and take a look at him. We hope Jose Rosales is going to be okay. He stayed in the game, so I guess everything is okay. Still nothing to choose. 0-0. It's just almost been played between the 20s. And we got contact, pushing, shoving, banging. Leono De Leon getting bumped by David. Classical gets the free kick. They take the shot. They put it right on the shoulder. The deflection. Chacon was looking for the rebound. Zayas made the save. He left a bit of a rebound. He grabbed it very quickly as Chacon was bearing down on him. Malara heads it up. Liccardi couldn't knock it deep. It got blocked, and it goes out off Classical. You look at this and you say one goal is going to be huge. English gets there and keeps it in. Liccardi had it knocked away. David in the middle. David and Zapata playing catch. They knock it deep. Lopez trying to get around. Classical takes it away and knocks it back the other way. David knocks it down. Liccardi, his pass picked off and knocked upfield. With a rush, still with it, knocking it ahead. Classical takes it away. Blocked. Medina. Pass picked off nicely by Coelho. And Medina takes it back. Liccardi knocked it loose. Knocked down the far side. Haskell knocks it away. Popped up. Liccardi couldn't get there. Alvarez, it was up in the air, took a high bounce. Liccardi couldn't get a foot on it. Alvarez grabbed it, squeezed it, held on, he'll kick it away. They blow the whistle. One tick over 24 minutes left in this scoreless game. English Classical, we got a timeout. Still 0-0 as they come out of the timeout. As defenses have just kept people at bay. They haven't been able to get shots on net. Malara knocks it to the middle. English knocks it away. And English knocks it deep, looking for a break. They knocked it too far. They're offside anyway. Coelho knocked it deep, trying to send Lopez in. And Alvarez will get to kick it away. No, he's not going to. It's going to be Malara. So Alvarez kicked it to Malara, and he knocks it deep. Gets it upfield. Haskell got a piece. And it got popped up, and they're going to call it off Classical. Popped up. There were a couple of bodies out in front of the net looking for the bounce, and he tipped it all the way to the scoreboard behind the net. English will kick it away. And a line drive it to midfield. Malara knocked it down. Knocked ahead. Chacon got knocked down. He got chipped, hit right down around the hip or the knee. One of the Classical players put the ball down while everybody's looking at see if Chacon's okay. One of the Classical players put the ball down and kicked it like he was trying to score. So they're going to get a free kick. This is a big opportunity for Classical. Malara is going to get the kick from the 15-yard line, dead center. And too much foot. He drilled it and line drived it. Would have been good for a field goal through the uprights, but it went way over the net and out of play. So a big chance for Glasgow goes by the boards. And English will kick it away. And kick it past midfield. And Glasgow knocks it away. Malara gives it up. Robles trying to center it. Tip upfield. Here's Chacon. Takes the shot and just hit a little ground ball. Wasn't a challenge for Zayas. It was a shot on net. Zayas got a good look at it and was able to field it. And he'll kick it away. And we got an English player downfield. That was way after the play. Lopez had it. He lost it. The play went on. There was a shot. And way after the play, way downfield, he went down. And he's getting up. And he's walking off. And again, we're halfway through and counting the second half. This has really happened a lot. It's happening now in high school basketball. It's happening in pro basketball. Happens all the time in pro soccer. You see, when you look at the highlights of the games, the word flop is being used a lot. And you don't like to see that because you don't know if the player is hurt or if he's not hurt. You certainly don't want to see anybody hurt, home team or visitors, especially if it's two home teams. But it's scary when you see the player go down and he squeezed Chacon. He couldn't get his foot on the ball and Zayas grabbed it and held on. Glasgow was close there. But when you see players go down and they're down like they're shot from a gun and they come out and some of them don't leave the game, like Rosales was down before, stayed in the game. Lopez left, but he'll be back. And he walked off like he was okay. And you just don't know whether they're hurt or they're not hurt. And it's really unbelievable the way it happens. Down and then jump up and run downfield. And you worry when they're down because are they hurt? Are they not hurt? It goes out off Glasgow. And I think the high school kids are starting to pick it up in basketball and soccer and football because they see it on TV now so much. And we got I think another player just went to the sideline. I think he did. And obviously, I'm not saying that every time the player goes down it's a flop, because I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's hard to know whether someone is really hurt or they're just trying to get a call. And you see some players go down and they don't even stop. They just go down, but then they get right back up again. And there's no stoppage. Back checking by Pierre takes it away. Riccardi with it. Back to Riccardi. Knocking it deep. And Coelho's not going to get there. It goes out of play. And I don't know if it was a player that was in the game. He's laying down at midfield, way across field, with the play going down the near side. The player is way over on the far side, being looked at midfield, a long way away from where the ball was. Chacon trying to get loose. They take the shot, it goes high over the net and out of play. Chacon gave it back. And it was the young freshman, Walter Rosa. The little guy, as I was saying earlier. And it wasn't him. It was Miono De Leon. And De Leon getting it back. Chacon trying to get a foot on it. English heads it away. Knocked deep. Glasgow got a piece, deflected it. English winds up with it. They knock it deep, looking for Pierre. Gets around, tips it ahead. Glasgow is there to pick it off. Long lead pass. Chacon trying to keep it in play. And it was Flores knocking it out. 15 minutes and counting left in this scoreless tie. This would be the last game that these young men play on this field, unless English somehow gets a game in the tournament. Glasgow will not be going to the tournament. Chacon didn't realize that ball was going to be tipped back. By the time he went to get it, Flores beat him to it and knocked it out of play. He would have been on the 10-yard line lining up a shot. Glasgow got a foot on it. English heads it away. Glasgow's trying to keep it alive. English will knock it away. And we got players down. One English, one Glasgow. There were collision out in front trying to get control of the ball. And they'll come out to look at both players. One Glasgow player is getting up. The English player is still down. So we think he's going to be okay. He got a little bit of help, but looked like he was walking under his own steam. So hopefully both players get up. We're happy for that. As the ball goes out of play, Glasgow will get the throw in. This game is a little more important for the English Bulldogs. A win will give them 9 wins and 3 ties. And it might have to do with the seeding in the state tournament. Glasgow is not going to the tournament. That pass right out in front. Glasgow had a player out in front, and the pass was just a little bit behind him. He couldn't get the shot. That would have been if he gets his foot on that, he's got a possibility of putting it in the net. English clears it away. So everything has been close, but no cigar. And now hustling. And there's Rosales again. He's played very well defensively. McCarty had it taken away by Medina. Glasgow. Shot got blocked. They let it go through. Zayas will grab it and he'll kick it away. So it's cooled off a little bit. We had games starting at 5:45, the girls' game and now the boys' game. And it was in the 70s. And now we have, it's cooled off. And they were coming out to check on Pierre, but he's walking under his own steam. The trainer was coming out to check on Pierre, but he's walking out under his own steam. In fact, he's not walking out, he's staying in the game. Vargas knocks it ahead. Tipped up. Medina knocks it loose. Malaro with it. Trying to center it. Zayas comes out, grabs it, puts it high in the air, past midfield. And it's going to go out of play. And it got touched by a classical player, so English is going to get it. As we get 10 minutes and counting left. They knock it deep. Chacon looking to go get it. English takes it away. Chacon on offense plays a deep center field and looks for his team to get the pass to him so he can do something with it. And now he tried to get around the defense and he knocked it out. Might have been David knocking it out. Corner kick for Glasgow. Coming from the far side. There haven't been many of these. They kick a ground ball. English clears it away, and then Lacardi kicks it further. And English looking to kick it deep. They kick it deep, but they couldn't connect. Now they knock it. And it gets knocked out by Rosales. Rosales was battling with Adeco. Coelho has it taken away. They knock it upfield. Here comes Chacon, taking it to the middle. Still with it. It gets knocked away. It winds up on the near side. Glasgow kicking it to the net. And Darwin Flores will kick it out of play. Glasgow with another corner kick, this one coming from the near side. They swung and missed. They threw it out in front. Glasgow had a chance, and they couldn't get a foot on it. Regina pushes it up. Pass picked off. And we're going to get a takedown. Incidental, they were both going for the ball. And it wound up with Zepeda being taken down. And he'll take the free kick. Now he just kicks it up. McCarty knocking it deep, foot race. Alvarez gets there. I think that was Pieri beat him. Here comes Chacon again. Trying to center it. Threw it out in front. Just a little too far ahead for his teammate. And Flores again made another nice defensive play. English trying to knock it deep. Glasgow knocks it away. McCarty knocks it loose. English knocks it down the far side, cutting it to the middle. There was a little hip check, taking Pierre down. He looked at the official saying, how can you not make that call? He got hip checked and knocked down. Glasgow knocks it out. He was making a substitution, taking a lot of time. Adeko was just kind of walking off. Now he jogs off. Cepeda puts it in play, headed away by Glasgow. Final 5 minutes. The clock will be kept by the official down on the field. McCarty tips it ahead. Glasgow picks it off. Trying to get around. Glasgow looking to walk in. Pass again, a little bit behind. They took the shot, got blocked. And the shot goes out of play. The pass was a little bit behind. And then the shot came out. And it got blocked. And I think it was Lopez that blocked it. Zayas will get to kick it away. Before the girls' game, Santos Alvarez, the goalie for Glasgow, came up to me. He talked to me the game before, and as I was walking out, he looked at me and I said, shutout. And he smiled, and he got a shutout. So tonight, before the girls' game, he came up to me and said, is it going to be a shutout? And I said, I don't know. English is playing well. They've got a winning streak going, and they played very well as the ball goes off Vargas. And he's on the verge of having a 0-0 shutout, both Zayas and Alvarez. They haven't really been tested that much. Alvarez made one big save. He almost gave that away in front of the net. They knock it deep. Here comes Chacon. Trying to get around, trying to split. Taken away by Liccardi. Malaro with it. Lost it. English knocks it deep. English winds up with it. Shot. Just missed the net. It went wide. Pierre kept it alive. He threw it out in front, and from a tough angle, it looked like Romero rifled the shot. It went by Alvarez, but it went by the near post. That was close. They knock it deep. Chacon gets loose, trying to center it. And there's Flores guarding the net and knocking it away. Headed away. He tried to get a shot off. Knocked it right in to Liccardi. Now banging going on. They're letting him play a little bit. Blocked. Liccardi with a little cross body block. Took the classical player down. And we're happy that he's getting up. I think that's Guzman. Malaro will get the kick from the 39. He can certainly reach the net from here. Drills it. Zayas got a head on it. Knocked it away. And I don't know if they call classical offside. So everybody's got to get a little giddy up in this step if they want to score. Zayas will kick it away. Time running down here in this one. Classical girls beat English. Classical boys were looking for a sweep. English was looking for a split. And neither team might get what they want. Adeko got it by, but then overran it when he got it by. Classical now, they knock it out, and it's going to be a corner kick. They try to kick it upfield. They kick it behind them. It went out of play. And it's going to be a corner kick. And they won't get it off because that's the end of the game. So we started dead even. We end dead even. Classical will get their 5th tie of the season. English will get their 4th. English will go to 8, 5, and 3. Classical will have 3 wins and 5 ties. And it ends up 0-0. It was a defensive struggle. There weren't many opportunities. Alvarez made one big save. Monterosa had an opportunity. The ball was out in front of the net a few times. The defense played very well. Rosales was outstanding for Classical. Flores for English. They blocked shots out in front. And I thought they said that's game. Did they call a timeout? I thought the officials were leaving too, but now nobody's going.
Thank you.
I thought everybody was walking off. I thought that was the end of the game. But we're still going. English is going to get a corner kick. I assume we were in the last 5 minutes, and I'm assuming that they were walking off, and it was going to be a 0-0 tie. So English will get a corner kick. Long 5 minutes. I thought the officials were walking off also, but they walked back. So here we go. out in front, knocked away and knocked away again. I think that was Rosales. They knocked it deep upfield. English knocks it back. And this is probably the longest 5 minutes I've ever spent. Pierre took it away. Pierre tried to walk in, broke it up. McCarty popped it to the net. And English was offside. And we're still going. I know we had some people down, and when people go down, they stop the clock. But this is a very long 5 minutes. Alvarez will kick it away. McCarty boots it back the other way. Medina picked off. Off Liccardi. Medina got a head on it. Liccardi drops it back. English knocks it deep. And we let Klasko play it down. And now he's getting up. He was rolling all over the turf. Now he's trying to straighten out that left foot. And again, this is a very long 5 minutes. Zayas will get to kick it away. And that's what drives me crazy. They gave Zayas the ball. They took a couple of seconds for him to line up the kick. And just as he was kicking it, they blew the whistle to end the game. Why didn't they blow it before? Why did they go through all of that? I'll never understand. What difference does a second make? So we started dead even. It is official now. We're ending dead even. 0-0. English will go to 8, 5, and 4. Klasko will pick up their 5th tie of the season. English will get set for the state tournament coming up. Nice job done by Coach Baldrum. Hamajil. And congratulations to all of the seniors for English and Klasko. We wish them the best. They've represented their school, their city, themselves, their families extremely well. We hope they have great success in their upcoming endeavors. And congratulations to all the seniors. And congratulations to senior night. Klasko girls beat English. Klasko English couldn't solve it. It ends up 0-0. It started even, ends even. 0-0. Klasko English in this senior night. Thanksgiving in October, as I call it. So Klasko nothing, English nothing. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.